What is up, ladies and gents? And
welcome to the Plum Positive Show.
Still the best jingle on the planet.
Cracks me up every time.
Well, welcome to the show. We are in the Transuse Rooter and Plumbing studio, and we're always brought to you by
Allstate, Bingham Insurance and Financial.
That's right.
The only.
Do I need to say this? Do I need to say the same spiel every time?
The only. Insurance.
The only in the world, especially China. But I am Aaron and
Fletcher Bingham right here.
Oh, Aaron Carlin. Sorry, let me get my last name.
Sorry. That's just if you want to call me for insurance. Yes, I have to put the last name in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you want to call me, don't. But my phone number is beep 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 beep.
Put your credit card in there too.
Oh yeah. And my social.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well,
I need a new car, so that'd be great.
A new what car?
Car, tires.
Oh, you do need new tires, folks. If you're watching out there, let's do a fundraiser for Fletcher's new tires. They are slick as well, not as slick as my head today,
but say they kind of look like top of your head, but
on a shaved day, it's as slick as my head. So.
Yeah, the GameStop stock didn't take off, so got to find another way to pay for those tires.
Yes, and you got to find a way to pay off that loan you got to buy GameStop, right?
That's
We're back from a great episode last week. Once again, we were missing somebody.
Yep.
We're missing old
Brandon, the director. Don't worry, he's directing from his house. He's sending us text messages on what we can and can't do. Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah,
we have a special surprise coming for him.
We do.
That you I'm not going to give any details, but we have a special little present for him now.
Present, yes,
for being Mr. Director.
Yeah, but this is a show about nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, but everything.
At the same time.
At the same time. Just like Seinfeld.
Yes.
Just like Seinfeld. Probably better.
But always better.
A lot funnier than Seinfeld.
A lot funnier?
Actually, I love Seinfeld. Absolutely love Seinfeld.
It is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Obviously, after this one, but.
Of course.
It's up there.
It goes Plum Positive, Seinfeld. And
Facts.
then what's the next one? Just curious.
Well, since we're talking about it, what's your top 5 comedy sitcoms? Is that the right name for it? Sitcoms?
Actually, Seinfeld is not my second. Probably Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Is your number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you watched The League on FX? It's about fantasy football, but it is one of the funniest things in the world.
Man, I tried to watch it.
Yeah.
And it didn't grab me.
Didn't grab you.
I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And it just didn't.
Oh, you gotta dig in. You gotta dig in.
It didn't get me.
But Always Sunny, The League, Seinfeld is up there. I do love 30 Rock. I don't know, but
your list is way different from mine.
We're talking comedy sitcoms, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, number 1 for me, The Office.
Ooh, sorry. Yeah, that's in there too. That's top 5. It's great.
Number 2.
Parks and Rec.
That's a good one. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Ooh, strong. Real strong.
3. My Life. No.
That's just a joke.
The biggest joke of all. I do like Seinfeld for sure.
Yeah.
It's
just a classic.
Which is just like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but not as bold.
Right. Curb Your Enthusiasm was HBO, so they could say a lot more.
Yes.
But Seinfeld was always a clean comedian anyway.
Yes.
So.
Great show. What else is there? I don't know. I did like Parks and Rec.
Yep.
Did I give 4 or is that 5?
I'm a big cartoon guy, so I love South Park, Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers.
I do like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, I fall asleep to it basically every night.
Currently, I fall asleep to watching the show Dynasty.
It's on
Netflix. It's a CW show. It's about the rich family, the Carringtons. I think it's a spinoff.
Okay.
Well, my mother-in-law made me aware of that yesterday. That I was telling her about the show, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that was a show back in whenever." But
was it a spinoff from Dallas?
it's a spinoff from Dynasty.
Dynasty.
It's the same name.
Oh, okay.
And the same people apparently, but
Just older?
well, the same like storyline.
Oh, same
and
characters.
Same characters. Like
Got it.
The Carringtons is the rich billionaire family.
Yeah.
But
I wish I was that family.
yes, it was it's a lot of drama, tons of drama.
I can't get behind the drama.
And I feed off of it.
I can't. Like I'll do if it's got like action in it or like war or history stuff, I can get behind the drama. But if it's just drama, I just can't handle it. Can't do it. There's enough drama in regular life that I just don't need to watch more of it.
Well, there is. I like to continue it. when I'm sitting down and I'm vegging out, I like to continue to just pour on the drama, and I fall asleep to it, and then
Well, that's perfect.
So it's
Yeah,
life.
as long as it puts you to sleep.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But anyways, until when my kids wake up screaming, and then there's more drama. So more real life drama.
Always.
But today is 2 days after.
Mm-hmm. Valentine's Day. Or Galentine's Day, as some women call it.
Or Crappin' Times Day.
Oh, it's
stupid Times Day. Times Day.
Yeah. And Brandon is with us in this sentiment that we just don't really enjoy Valentine's Day.
Yes. We don't.
At all. It's just it's not a made-up holiday. So, I'm a history nerd.
Yes. Go ahead and break it down for us while I sip
was,
on my
yeah, go ahead and
juice.
sip on that. So I was like, what is it? I was like, this is just another commercialized holiday that Hallmark just ran away with it. And they were like, we can make billions of dollars just by selling this sappy holiday that's just basically made up. It's not made up.
Well, I know.
Not made up. It came from originally the Romans celebrated, and I had to write some of this down, the Feast of Lupercalia. Men sacrificed dogs and goats, and then they hit the women with the hides of those dogs and goats.
So that's
the women lined. It was like those sexy dice.
So that's where it comes from.
Yeah. And the women would line up for this.
Enjoy it.
Oh, they loved it.
Oh.
Loved it.
They still do.
some certainly do. And then they would there was a lottery, and so men had a number that they would draw, and they would get paired with a woman for that 2 or 3 day period.
A random woman.
A random woman. It was basically putting your keys in the fishbowl back in the 70s.
So
and
I'm famous for saying that's pagan.
Literally, it is pagan. And then, there was, let's see, Emperor Claudius executed 2 men, both named Valentine, on February 14th in different years. So, and then Pope Gelasius the First. Not the second.
Oh, he was my favorite. He was my favorite.
First. Basically, this is what old Christianity did, was they basically took a pagan holiday and made it Christian just to make it easier to convert people. And just, hey, we're keeping the same jeez.
So he did that with Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Even though it's...
Yeah, and so that's where Saint Valentine's
okay.
came from, because they were a martyr, I guess. They were probably Christians that got killed by the emperor. I can't talk. Lord.
Well, I'm shocked that it was ever a Christian holiday, because I wouldn't consider it today as one. I mean, I don't know when it.
No.
I don't know when it was.
Well, it's still
disconnected from being one, but
yeah, I mean, it's still. I think probably when Hallmark got a hold of it.
Yes.
And then I was doing the history, and it was saying in the Middle Ages, giving a card on St. Valentine's Day became a tradition. And then that's when Hallmark was like, oh, they've been doing this for 800 years. Yep. Now we can mass produce cards. Did you know that last year in 2020 for Valentine's Day, it was over a $17 billion day with candy and cards and presents. $17 billion.
Just tell me which stock to buy.
17 billion. It's just, and it's, I get that you need to show people that you love them, your loved ones, but like do it every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And I've talked to, and I feel like a lot of men have this sentiment, right? It's just like, oh, this is just some made up holiday where we got to go the extra mile. We got to buy some stuff. We got to take out to a nice dinner that's always like a set menu, and it's a way overpriced. You can't pick what you want
Fondue.
unless you go to Applebee's.
Yeah. We can't do that.
Can't go to Applebee's?
Oh, nah.
Oh, I was talking with a buddy of mine. He was like, man, I would love to just take someone, just like overdo it, just over the top.
At Applebee's?
Just at Applebee's. Have the waiter bring out flowers and candy every 10 minutes.
I mean, that's how it should be. Go ahead and do the splurge on the appetizer, the main entree, dessert. Mm-hmm. But most women will not accept that.
And then after 10, like all the drinks are like half off and stuff like that, and you just get rowdy at Applebee's.
Oh yeah, and then you get the bill. It's only $60.
Wouldn't that be a dream? But yeah, but I've talked to women. I was talking with other women this week, and they were like, yeah, I mean, and I think it's half and half. Like some people love it. They're digging the romance, and other people are just like, yeah, it's just. I wish I could get more, if we're going to have a special day for women, like, can we get a little bit more than hearts and candy?
So is it supposed to be a special day just for women, or is it for your loved ones?
That's the thing. It's supposed to be for your loved ones.
It got turned into for the ladies only.
Yes. We have our own day, which I just found out about on March 14th.
Oh, yes. You did tell me about that. And what is that day?
Should I say it? Should we talk about it?
I mean,
we don't have to talk about it, but just look up March 14th, the guy's Valentine.
Yes.
Yes, that's. I never knew about it, but I'm putting it in my calendar from here on out.
Well, I hope that special someone adheres to your calendar.
Oh, me too. But yes, I mean, it's just. Listen, you should love everybody. You should take care of your loved ones. You should love everybody all the time. Do something special on random days. It doesn't need to be this big blown up thing. And it's just I don't know. It's just a lot. It's too much.
It's too much pressure. It's moved, like you said, it's geared towards the women now, and the men get left out. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, come on. What's the point?
What? Yeah. What is the point? I feel
those
like
candy hearts are nasty.
They're awful. Oh. It's just like Tums. It's just chalk.
My son went to school today, and he came home with a bag of candy.
Oh.
And he had a little box of those. Mm-hmm. I said, get that crap out of here.
Just throw that.
I threw it straight in the garbage.
Let me teach you something about love, son.
Yeah. But the main reason I threw them away because I read the ingredients.
Oh, what was in it?
Gelatin.
Oh, no pork?
Yeah.
No pork for you? Yeah. I guess that's true. But God,
which is odd for those to have gelatin because they're hard candies.
Yeah.
And it's like, anyways,
man.
Weird.
So, man, you can't eat a lot of candy then.
Yeah.
Probably not a bad thing.
Yeah. But I don't eat a lot of candy anyways. But I eat the good candies like candy bar or most candy bars.
Snickers.
Most candy bars. Snickers is good, yeah.
Reese's Cups.
Yes, love those.
What's your favorite candy bar? If those are not like those are the top 2 of all time.
I do like candy bars with peanut butter in it. So Reese's are good. I do like Snickers. I like the peanut butter Snickers. You had that one?
No.
Legit. I like. Do I like Payday? I love Payday in general.
I enjoy Payday. Payday's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm the one that writes the checks. It's horrible. It's actually horrible. It's a horrible day for me because I'm writing the checks. See that money go out every single.
I like $100,000.
What's that?
$100,000. Isn't that what it's called?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I've ever had $100,000.
Well.
Literally, the candy or the money.
Well, the candy bar and the money, they're both nice.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of like the Mounds Almond Joy. What is it? Are those 2 different things?
Almond Joy and Mounds.
Do they both have coconut?
Almond Joy has nuts. Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. Or Brandon. What? Sorry, buddy.
You're not here to defend yourself, so
Yes.
you're fair
Easy
game.
target. Easy
Yeah.
target. I do love Almond Joys, by the way. I like coconut in my candy.
I'm not a big coconut in my candy fan.
Sounds great.
Put the lime in the coconut, though.
Yes.
Great song. And speaking of great songs, you and I were singing Valentine's Day by Outkast
Yes.
on.
I thought you were about to sing the jingle again.
The Love Below. And weird story, I was meeting with Julian, our digital media specialist for the show, and we were at Devine last week, and I was telling this like story about how I was heading back, with all this snow and ice that we got. I was telling the story. My buddy Rustin and I were heading back from a Wake Forest basketball game, and my tires were probably bald.
Oh, they are. Yes.
And it had just started like sleeting coming back from the game, and I was taking an exit off to head back to High Point, and my car spun out. And as soon as the car stopped, did a couple, like 1 or 2 360s and ended up in a ditch. And as soon as the car stopped, this is just when Love Below had come out and Roses was on, and it was that part in the song where it was like, put on her makeup in the mirror and crash into a ditch. And me and my buddy just looked at each other. We were like, oh my God.
You probably started going, you probably got excited.
I did. And then weird enough, like, not kidding, like a minute or two later, a deep cut, Pink and Blue from The Love Below comes on the speakers at Devine. and I was like, I haven't talked about The Love Below in a long time, and this song came on.
We're going to have to play that album tonight.
Pink and Blue came on at Devine. I was like, that's not a known song. But then Valentine's Day is on that track, on that album, and it's great. It's just a great song.
There's something about that album that just speaks to you.
It really does. Influences a lot of my life.
Is it only bad things that happen when you're listening to it, or both good things?
I mean, the meeting at Devine was a good thing. I was just telling the story of a terrifying moment of my life.
So maybe you shouldn't listen to it anymore. I don't know.
It's one of my favorite albums, though.
It is. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's actually when I was growing up, I didn't have many CDs. I burnt them all, the old illegal way off Napster,
LimeWire, BearShare, Kazaa.
Yeah, well, Napster and LimeWire for me.
Mm-hmm.
I had tons of MP3 CDs with. Back then you could put you can separate the you can put hundreds of songs on one CD if you do them as MP3s and you have them in different folders. So when you put them in your CD player, you can actually go to different folders.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
I did not. I mean, I was a CD burning fiend.
How many songs would you put on one CD?
Is like 15, 20, depending on the length?
You can get hundreds.
No kidding.
Yeah, because you could just convert them. I think I'm saying it right. I think it's MP3. You convert them to MP3s.
Yeah.
And they just don't take up as much space on the disc. And I had tons of albums on one CD.
Wow. I just had the 5 CD changer, that I would just load up before a trip.
Yep. In the back, you had to get out and manually do it.
I think it was in the trunk. Yeah.
I remember those. But my point was, anyways, I burned a lot of CDs, and that was my method. But there were very few albums that I actually bought for real. And The Love Below.
Speaker box and The Love Below.
Yeah, you flip it over, or the double album, whatever. Mm-hmm. That was actually one of the. I can't think of any other album I bought. Well, besides
I had
Christian albums, which because both of those mix, right?
Did you have Newsboys?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I remember. So we had Palmer on our show. I meant to tell this story, and we can tell it. I can talk to him about it at some other point. I remember I just moved to High Point, and Palmer lived in Lexington, and my grandmother lived in Lexington. I was taking the bus from school back to Lexington to go stay with my grandmother, and I was like, trying to be the cool kid, and I was like, he was listening to some CD, and I was like, oh, have you heard of the Newsboys? Oh. And he was like, no.
Yeah. If your buddies if your friend you're talking to is not one of your church buddies, then they'll probably be like, who is this idiot?
Yeah, I mean, all I grew up on was like oldies and like Christian music, and
that was the old Newsboys too.
Yeah,
which was.
Is there a new Newsboys?
Yeah, they're different now. They have DC Talk. You remember them growing up?
No.
Anyways, one of the singers from nobody cares about this. But, one of the singers from DC Talk is actually the lead singer for Newsboys now.
Okay. They're still going?
Yep.
Lord.
But they're better now than they were back in the 90s or whatever when I first heard them. But anyways, enough about the Newsboys.
Yeah, I quickly stopped listening to that. And remember the first CD I had, I think one of the first like regular music CDs that I had. I convinced my dad, if they're listening, I'm gonna get him in trouble.
Regular music.
What
is that? That old secular music.
Yeah, the secular, the actual good music. Convinced him to buy me Kid Rock's, the one with the ball with a ball. It was like explicit, and he was like, "All right, just don't tell your mom." And my neighbor bought Cisco, the Cisco Unleash the Dragon CD with the thong song on it, and he listened to it for like a day, and he was like started freaking out that his parents were gonna find it, so he brought it over to my house. So those are like a couple of like the first real CDs that I owned. It's fantastic,
classic.
Yeah. Well, I guess speaking of music.
Oh yeah.
Big guest on next week.
Yeah, we're done with the Valentine stuff.
I've been done with the Valentine stuff. I was done with the Valentine stuff before Valentine's happened.
Yes.
Or did you want to talk about any other Valentines?
Oh no, I'm definitely done with it. I'm definitely done with it.
Kenny Lee Lewis is going to be on the show next week. The bassist for the Steve Miller Band.
Check that out, folks.
Check it out. Big time.
Big.
Yeah. So we're going to be Zooming.
Hopefully.
We're working out the technology tonight.
We're going to try to figure that out.
Yeah. But yeah. We asked the agent. I guess the agent asked us. They were like, "Well, if you're in LA, like some of our clients will come to you." And I was like, "We'll just Zoom."
Yeah.
I guess we could make a trip out there. You want to make a quick trip out to LA and back next week?
I heard California's not the place to go nowadays.
A little hotbed for the old Rona.
Yeah. And just everything in general. But
yeah, that's true. Taxes are fun out there.
Yeah. I've never been to California, so. But they can come out here. It's better out here.
The East Coast is definitely better.
Definitely.
I did go to Santa Monica in L.A. A few years ago for New Year's and went to the Rose Bowl and watched Georgia and was it Oklahoma? Like 4 or 5 years ago? I can't ever remember.
Football, college football. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not big on that.
Not big on the college football?
Not really. Just Wake Forest. Go Deeks.
Go Deeks. Spinning the tumbler around now.
Nothing on there except I can't say that name of that company because they don't sponsor us yet.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Who is it? Oh, yeah. Can't say that. But we should be getting some merchandise soon as well.
Getting merch.
Some tumblers with our logos.
Oh,
some T-shirts.
Yes.
Goat and dog hides for Valentine's
for
Day.
Spankings,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ladies, ladies, line up. All the fellows are going to put our names in a hat.
Yeah.
We're going to draw names.
And who else we got? We got Jeff Smith from Smitty's Notes, who runs it's called Smitty's Notes. It's a newsletter about all the goings-on of Winston-Salem. Going to have him on in early March.
Right.
Who else? We got some other people lined up.
Brandon has some people, some folks, some sports people.
Yeah. So and we've got some other sports people kind of in some wheels are rolling.
Maybe some Wake Forest people. We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What we're trying to.
We got some things going on. What else we got going on? We usually once a month do a on site at a local business.
Yep.
That's going to be the Smitty's Notes.
Yeah, that's going to be Smitty's Notes. We're going to be doing it at a restaurant on 4th Street. I can't remember the restaurant right now, but we will talk about that next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
What else we got? Is that it?
I got Tito's.
We got Tito's. I do too. I'm doing the old Bloody Mary.
I'm doing the old Tito's on the rocks.
Yep, just straight up. All
day. Well, not all day, just after 5 usually.
All day, folks.
Sometimes at lunch. I was at lunch with some realtors yesterday, and they were just talking about real estate, and the waiter came over. He was like, I'll tell you about the drink specials, but it looks like y'all are, on your, like a work lunch. And I was like,
Did everybody say?
Tell me those specials.
Did everybody say?
Actually, I was the only one that got a drink, and he said it was the reason. The reason was it was $2 off whiskey that day. Whiskey. And I asked what scotch he had, and he had my favorite Scotch Lafroig, and I was like, I'm gonna have one of those. It was the cheapest scotch I've ever got.
And where was this at? Let the people know.
This was at Lindley Park filling station in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh.
Delicious food. Had a little chicken and pineapple wrap to go along with my
dainty
smoky scotch. Oh yeah.
That's legit.
Oh yeah. It was good.
Speaking of good restaurants, last night. So so I'm in High Point right now. That's where we're staying.
If you're not high, what's the point?
Exactly. Exactly.
I actually love High Point. That's where I grew
looking
up.
for a stock out there. An ETF, I recommend. If you're looking for an ETF, I recommend POTX. POTX. Anyways.
Not financial advisors.
Not telling you to buy it. But look into it and make your own decisions, dang it. So we're in High Point. You know High Point has some great restaurants.
Yeah, it does. All the blue restaurants.
We had a Blue Rock Pizza on
it's my favorite.
Sunday night, I think. Yeah, Sunday.
What'd you get? Did you get the Boss? No, you can't get the Boss. It's got pork on it.
Didn't get the Boss. We got the, I'm not the one that ordered it, so I don't know the name of it, but you might know it. It's the one that had the red curry base, pineapple, chicken. Supposed to have peanuts, but we didn't know peanuts.
Oh, like a Thai type pizza,
something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten pretty much every pizza from that spot. Yeah. That used to be my go-to watering hole when I was living in High Point.
It was some good pizza, and the little pretzel.
Oh yeah, the homemade pretzels.
Pretzel they give you, and they give you that cheese and honey mustard. I think it's honey mustard.
Cheese and the honey mustard dipping sauce.
All included with your order.
Yeah.
Come on, folks.
Yeah.
Blue Rock Pizza. High Point, North Carolina.
Oh, it is fantastic.
Great pizza.
They also have My Touch Tunes Jukebox where you have an app on your phone.
Okay.
And you can just pick the songs, pay and pick the songs on your phone to play. And my buddies and I would just take over that jukebox. It was fantastic.
Miley Cyrus all night long.
Usually like Sam Cooke, Otis Redding.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bill Withers.
They have drink specials?
I'm sure they do. I was probably just drinking Tito's, though. as is tradition.
So, yeah, that's a great spot. That was Sunday night.
Yeah.
But last night, we were going to go to somewhere that ended up being closed. What was it called?
Was it the Rainbow Restaurant, the Rainbow Diner down Westchester?
No.
That's a good diner.
But I've been there. And maybe it'll come back to me, but where we ended up was University Kitchen.
Never been there.
You know where I'm talking about?
No.
On Main Street and Westchester? Right there across from Panera Bread and all that.
Main Street in Westchester?
Or East. So to go to my mother-in-law's house, that's on Westchester.
Yeah.
So you're going down Westchester. As soon as you come to Main Street, like right there at that stoplight, to the right is University Kitchen, like over across the street.
Okay, it's where the old Eckerd used to be.
I guess. But it's been there a while. You've never eaten there?
No, I've never eaten there.
Because I ate there years ago when we used to live in High Point back then as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, legit.
Good?
Banging. It's like a diner as well. It's like a rainbow or whatever. But it's
so many diners.
We got the I got the steak medallions.
Oh, okay. I haven't eaten dinner. I'm getting really hungry talking about this.
Steak medallion. Legit. And they also give you with your meal like a homemade garlic bread kind of thing.
All right, I'm going to have to drive to High Point and get some Blue Rock pizza.
University Kitchen. I can't remember. I have bad memory. I don't know where we were going.
Better too.
Anyways, it doesn't matter.
What were we talking about?
Food. But that's what we're doing, folks. That's what we got coming up. I think that's a wrap. I think we wanted to do a short episode tonight because we don't care about Valentines. So there's no reason to stretch it out for an hour.
Yeah, we did record me reading a fairy tale. I had a different podcast reach out and ask if we wanted to read a fairy tale. So that will also be coming out as an episode of ours, just me reading The Dragon Child and Sunchild.
Very interesting story.
Weird story. This lady was like, yeah, would you read this one? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever you want. And I started reading it, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah. So I had to sit, over behind the camera for about 20 minutes while he read this story, and I was on my phone, messing around and hearing a little bit here and there, and It was the weirdest thing I ever heard. And
Yeah.
I had so many innuendo jokes. I wanted to
I could pick out the phrases where I was like, Aaron's cracking up.
I wanted to make you laugh so bad, but I knew you had to get through it.
I was like, we're doing this in one take, Aaron.
So,
I'm not going back.
And you were already deep into it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep these jokes to myself. But anyways,
I knew when those phrases came up, I was like,
not good. I'm surprised you made it through it on your own. But we do have that. We're going to start doing. We're throwing around the idea of doing a segment.
A little story time with Fletcher.
Storytime with Fletcher, because he has the golden voice. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
So
we're gonna do that. So that's what's coming up, folks. That's what we got coming in the near future. Big stuff.
Big stuff.
It only gets bigger. That's what she said.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. But that's all, folks.
Yeah,
and,
go listen to some Outcasts.
Thanks for watching us. We are. Oh yeah, we are on all the platforms. So go ahead and give us all the platforms.
Yeah, listen to us on Spotify. Go watch us on YouTube. We're on Google Podcast. We're on not Pandora, TuneIn. We're on iHeart Radio. So go listen.
Find us.
Go watch.
Go follow us. Recommend YouTube because you can actually see us.
Right.
Always, I
and
like that.
I've got a face made for radio,
yes.
so I recommend Spotify. But yeah, follow us on Instagram at Plum Positive Show, Facebook Plum Positive Show. We're working on getting a website going too,
merch
with the merch. So yeah, go follow us, like us, subscribe, all those
that.
good things.
Notification, hit the bell, ding.
Yeah,
YouTube. All
Every
that good
time
stuff.
we make a move, you want to know.
Exactly. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, bud.
All right, folks. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the listeners, and we hope you have a good evening.
Good evening.
And day.
Yes.
And weekend.
Yes.
Plum.
Positive.
Out.